Hey, I'm Kitty and I do things, and lately I've been suffering through art block, so I decided to play The Sims. And I know it's kind of giving capitalism, but we are going to turn Eliza Pancakes into a certified baddie. So, as we know, Eliza's traits are materialistic, because we are living in a material world. Neat. She's a perfectionist, and she also has the business savvy trait, which means she'll earn more money from their careers, which would be incredibly useful if she was employed. But she's not, because she's unemployed. So that's lovely. It's very lovely. And her aspiration is Mansion Baron. This sim is all about owning the biggest, fanciest home. If 1 + 1 is 2... But you know what, Eliza girl, we can all dream. We can all dream, and if that isn't a mood, I don't know what is. Being absolutely unemployed and broke, but still wanting a big fat mansion, I think is a dream that a lot of people can really feel in their pussy, yeah? A lot of people can feel it. But either way, I think like Eliza's a bit of an artist, because in her house, this includes like a painting easel along with a sculpting table, and at the beginning of the game, Eliza will roll once to use those objects at the start of the game. I do realise I've repeated the start of game twice, but you know. And as we all know, she has a husband. Bob Pancakes. And I know that they're described to have a very tough relationship, but their initial relationship states levels are, spouse and sweetheart. So I don't think that's too bad. That's not too bad, in my opinion. But legit, her only relationship in the entire game at the start of it is literally just Bob. And I hate to break it to you, if your spouse is legit the only person you know in the whole wide world, babe, you need help. You need help. Professional help. Okay? I don't know if I can help either. I mean, I guess you could, type something out in the comments, and if I reply to you, technically, you'll know another person. I know I'm doing charity work out here, but beggars can't be choosers. However, as a teenager, Eliza still has the perfectionist trait, still has the materialistic trait, but surprisingly enough, she has the relatable trait. Actually, not really surprising, because, she's pretty relatable, I think. I think most people want to be rich. I think most people want to be rich, or they don't realise that they want to be rich. It's like I love money. I love money. But there's so many people in the world, I find, that they don't think they like money, but they kind of do, because they wouldn't be able to do the things that they're able to do, the things that they love, without money. So it's like, It's like saying you love sweets and pastries and chocolates and all that sort of stuff, but then saying you hate sugar. But you think sugar doesn't make you happy. Honey, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but oof. Either way, as a teenager, she really likes fitness, painting, S-pop, and the colour green. I think a lot of artists, I don't want to say I'm an artist, because I fear that if anybody sees my art, they're going to be like, you, an artist? As if. Ew. So yeah, I feel calling myself an artist. But I feel like a lot of artists have had a K-pop phase, I feel. Please type down in the chat, in the comments, if you ever had a K-pop phase, or if you're still going through it right now. Please comment down below. But yeah, she also did fitness. See, I knew she was a baddie. I knew she was a secret baddie. She is into fitness. And yes, she is into painting too. So I'm thinking I think she's one of those those artists who clearly care a lot about the money, about the ad revenue, about the AdSense. But I'm not clocking on them for it. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a whole genre of like these TikTok artists where like they'll wear the most tight pants, the tightest clothes they can ever find, and they'll just be like jiggling up their booty and just being like, oh no, it's like taking such a long time for me to like rotate, just turn at like freaking 360-degree angle, or technically 180-degree angle, because if you went 360 you'd return to where you last stopped type angle, and then rotate. And like they got the yoga pants, okay, they got the freaking sheer ass yoga pants, and I'm like, I feel, because on one hand, as an artist, I want to see the art, but on the other hand, like, why do I feel like I'm getting thirst trapped here? Like, I don't want to be watching like thirst trap content. I don't want to be watching that kind of content because it honestly just grosses me out. I don't want to be seeing all that, you know. You can pack up the bakery, babe. I just want to see art. But yeah, so like I'm having mixed feelings here, because like on one hand I feel like, am I part of the crowd? Because I don't want to be part of the crowd that is like objectifying her in any way, but like I just want to see the art, because, you know, like these artists do have very beautiful art, and I don't think that, you know, their body should be like a marker of it, or it should like, you know, they should have to use their body to call attention to their beautiful gorgetastic art, you know. I feel like they shouldn't have to do that. But you know, it is what it is in life. The algorithm. I'm currently begging the algorithm, but you know, I'm not gonna be flashing my titties out here just so the algorithm can notice me, senpai. No way. But yeah, as a teenager, like her yearbook quote was like, this sim wants the best grades, check, sports, check, money, check, the road to success is being paved. Eliza Pancakes knew who she was from a very young age. So I think it's pretty clear. It's not like she's not one of those artists that do initially really like art, but then slowly get disillusioned by the industry. I don't think she's one of those. I think she has wanted like success, even if that means like monetarily, from a very, very young age. So, because the thing is, I don't know if like teenagers in The Sims 4 are like late teens, mid-teens, or like early teens, because I feel those, like, when you're a teenager, there's so many different phases of your life just packed into one, like one decade, and it's so like you're most definitely not the same person you were like a year ago, so to say. It's a very big roller coaster of emotions. But yeah, and like her quote is like, I'm gonna create a business that is so perfect, even though land grabs, I want to be a part of it. So she knows where the money is at. She knows where the money is at. She's a classy gal. She wants to create a business. So I'm thinking she wants to maybe she wants to create like an art business. But Lord knows what she wants to do. All I know is that she wants to make money. She wants to be on that grind, okay? And fair enough. So I decided for her makeover, Eliza, by the way, in case if y'all fell off the train of thoughts a few stations back. Lord knows I did. But we're gonna give her this sort of like, kind of, you know, art ho type vibes. Kind of like that, but more, give it more TikTok vibes, if that makes sense. Like, make it more mass appealing. Like, you know that exact vibe of that one TikTok of that one artist who was in that competition? She was like, I'm not saying, I didn't know if it was a competition or not, but she was just painting with her fingers and she was just like wiping everything on her skirt, and honestly it kind of looked a teeny bit performative, but You know, it's not my place to say what's performative or not, but I think the grand majority that did watch the TikTok would agree that it was kind of, because, like, on one hand, I don't want to, like, judge people, but I feel like sometimes at a certain point, some people are going to, like, clobber me over the head for being so purposefully obtuse, if that makes sense. Because at some point you can say, like, oh, if it honks, like, you know, if it's got a long neck, if it, you know, has white feathers, and it's like, and it has the temperament of a chihuahua, it's probably a goose. But I know some people are gonna be like, it could be a swan, or it could be just a really pissed off tall duck. You don't know them, you don't know their life. And to an extent it's true, I don't know them, I don't know anybody. I don't even know Eliza Pancakes all that well, because apparently when she and Bob got married, apparently they sucked or whatever, but apparently once they pumped out a baby Iggy, the only Iggy I know is Iggy Azalea, and I think Iggy Osborne, or was that Izzy? I'm gonna get cancelled, aren't I? Anyway, yeah, apparently the baby fixed the problem, surprisingly enough. Like, what? This is the first time hearing of it, because to my knowledge, and in my personal experience, babies tend to make marital issues worse, in my own humble personal experience. But, you know, if any of y'all have experienced this, please type it down below. Don't worry, for me nothing is TMI. TMI is tell me info, okay? Because, like, yeah, I just can't, like, I genuinely don't know how that worked. But, you know, if it worked for them, then shit, anything's possible. But I guess it's not really all that canon. It's only canon if you have that certain pack downloaded. But, you know, if you don't have it downloaded, then technically it's not canon. Oh my god, there's so many packs in The Sims 4. I swear, there's so many packs. And I'm just, like, out here, like, like, just, like, waiting in the trenches for any, like, massive sales, because I am baroque. Like, literally. Yeah, I'm really feeling my internal Eliza Pancakes right now. Me wanting to own the entire Sims game full of all the packs and the kits and the everything, whilst also having, like, what, 2 pennies to my name. If y'all are feeling Eliza, if y'all are really feeling that Eliza Pancakes fantasy, please like the video, please. I clearly have very little standards. No, but, you know, clearly Eliza has questionable standards too. I mean, looking at who she married, I don't know, like, Bob just ain't it. I'm sorry, but Bob ain't it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the Bobs out there, to all the people who married Bobs. I'm sorry, but as a Bob, you gotta level up. You gotta start taking pride in things. You gotta start, like, you know, whoopowing things, and not your wife, not the wall, not the drywall, babe. You gotta start whoopowing yourself into being better and doing better. And I don't mean literally the Bobs. I mean this type of guy, you know, or gal. He is like a slob. He's gloomy. He's lonely. And Eliza deserves better. I'm sorry, Eliza deserves better. Sue me. Well, actually, don't sue me, because I don't really have enough money to settle any court cases or anything. So don't sue me. Please. Onegaishimasu. Thank you. Shit, how do I stop this? Oh, fuck me.